is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Fitzy and Wippa, Kate Ritchie, the podcast.
Oh, yeah, big fan. There has been a conversation around the office. Tom, you'd be part of this as well. Changing the name of the show to Fitzy and Wippa, Kate Ritchie Show. Making it more formal as a show. So it's not Fitzy Wippa and Kate Ritchie. It's the Fitzy and Wippa Kate Ritchie Show.
I don't like that.
We're just submitting ideas at this stage.
I think
got
I
a
heard
negative
that.
from Kate.
So Kate's not into that because we've put
Right.
up
Kate's not into that.
The billboard's up for that.
I don't think I've seen a billboard, and also I have heard somebody say that on a promo.
Really?
And it made me listen. It made me think, well, I didn't approve that.
Yeah, sneaky one.
Not that I have to approve things.
Fitzy, Wippa and Katie. What's the slogan we're going with on the billboard, mate?
It's a bit of fun.
A big arrow to you, and it says, he won't be here for long.
Yeah, big arrow.
You won't be waking up with him forever. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah, Lisa. Down the hallway on the left.
Can we talk about what ruined the concert for you, in particular the Taylor Swift concerts?
Oh, yeah. Imagine the build-up and then your night's ruined for some reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've waited, you tried to get the tickets.
Forever.
You got the tickets.
Yeah.
You've spent a lot of money, and then you had to sit next to
Oh, the
Fitzy.
guy that vomited and cleared out 2 rows at the concert.
Oh,
All right, you'll hear that in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Everyone loves a Sunday sesh, don't they? Nothing better. Sunday afternoon when the sun's out. Ring a couple of friends. What are you up to? I've got a big day of work tomorrow. Just a beer. Come on, can we just have one drink? And then that turns into a couple others.
But often, isn't that how the best nights start?
Exactly
Just
right.
one beer, mate.
Well said.
No, one more.
Then you may end up at the old Ivy Bar next to the pool. Geez, there's nothing better having a cocktail and looking across the pool there, and some bloke's decided to get his top off and show his muscles. I love it. I absolutely adore it.
I don't think you've ever been there. I don't think you've ever been there.
Do you know what? I love nothing more than paying for an overpriced drink and watching other people take their tops off and party.
What's interesting is that pool area, the restaurant is right there, and that's a really good restaurant. That's a beautiful... What's that called, Tommy?
Ucello.
Yeah, that's a beautiful restaurant.
Oh, I love it. The old Anthony Ucello from the Sydney Roosters. There was a bit of a knuckle on Sunday night that's going around a bit viral at the moment. Now, I'm showing you here, Whip.
Oh, yeah.
A few blokes getting stuck into a bloke.
There's a rumble.
Wild brawl at the Ivy Bar.
Well, security's
Please.
all over it.
Damn, I wasn't there. I wasn't there on Sunday night. But this is what I want to work out afterwards, because this guy, unfortunately, you can see he's got a bit of a cut under his eye. He's giving the finger, flipping the bird to the guys who did it, and everyone sort of...
He's fallen in the pool a bit, hasn't he?
What I want to watch this. What's this dance that they do at the end? These guys at the end here, just quickly.
So the rumble's still going.
And
Security's got rid of them all.
Everyone goes back to their overpriced drinks, and these guys start dancing. It's the dance of
What
the
is that dance?
It's remember,
Lizzie, come over here and have a look at this dance.
Yeah,
We need all eyes on this dance. What is that dance that people do?
Ravers do it. Ravers do it. Like, so at Def Con and that they used to do it, Lizzie. What is it? Can you come up to the mic?
It's called like gabbering.
Gabbering.
Gabbering. Is that... It's what usually guys who have fit bodies... and have been shredding for a long time. It's like your techno dance, isn't it? They put their hands
your arms
out.
down.
Do Eshays do it as well? I think Eshays like it.
I don't know why you go from a rumble to break into that dance. Was that some sort of celebration, or do we just get back to the party, guys? So I'll start dancing.
It's also known, guys, as Harken.
Harken?
Yeah, but it is from the Gabba scene, which is also in the Dutch hardcore rave dance
Lizzie's
music
across
scene.
the Gabba scene.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because who was Techno Viking? Do you remember that viral video? Has anyone seen that on YouTube?
He danced like that, didn't he? He was the guy in sort of the street parade walking down the street.
Yes.
Doing that dance.
He had a drink card at Ivy too, that guy. He used to drink there regularly and get into knuckles.
Because there's another dance the kids are doing at the moment, and Ted does it the entire time, and he puts his hands up to his eyes. I'm trying to remember what it's called. And he goes like this the entire time. So like you're making a set of glasses on your eyes, he then throws his hands back. It's called what is it called?
It's got nothing
The
to do.
giddy-
Oh,
the
yeah.
gritty.
Ollie's doing it at the moment.
He's doing
Ollie's doing
it's
it.
called the gritty. He's doing the gritty.
Oh,
so you
right.
run on the spot, and then you put your hands up to your eyes, and he'll celebrate. Like if I go, "Hey mate, we're getting fish and chips for dinner," he'll go, "Yeah," and start doing the gritty.
Right, and go straight to the Ivy with his mates.
Yeah, that was him who started the Gabba from Brisbane.
A 23-year-old Marylands man was taken to St Vincent's Hospital with a cut under his eye. So, lock it in this Sunday night, guys. I will meet you at the Ivy Bar.
Let's get ready to dance.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Farewell, Taylor. She's out of there, off to Singapore. Enjoy the rest of your tour.
I know. What on earth is this city
What are we
going to
gonna
do
do?
if we don't have a Taylor Swift concert to bang on about tonight?
Blink 182, are they going to Singapore now, Leno? Have they taken off? Not yet.
Where do they go?
New Zealand, of course.
I'm off to Matchbox 20 tonight.
I'd keep that quiet.
I'm hoping that Rob Thomas's dad comes and grabs me for the VIP section.
Maybe you might get a little finger sandwich as well. How lovely.
He's 90 years old.
Kevin Thomas, here he is. G'day, Kev.
Yeah, mate.
No doubt everyone will be on Taylor Watch today to see, when she's leaving the country. When
Has she left?
Those vans, surely she couldn't have flown out overnight,
No,
but the
you wouldn't
vans
do
will
that.
depart the hotel at some point, I'm guessing.
Tommy,
and
do we know?
Make their way to the airport.
We don't know yet, but all eyes are on the airport this morning, guys.
We might send Leno down to the airport to
farewell Blink 182.
Yeah. Thanks, Leno.
Well, hopefully you did have a wonderful time if you were lucky enough to go to one of the concerts over the last 4 nights. I did. I had a wonderful time. I did go with my 9-year-old daughter, and then, of course, on Saturday night we had the suite, Kate's suite seats.
You went twice, but greedy.
Well, not greedy at all, and I'm standing by the fact that it was very important that I got to have the experience with my daughter. But thank you to all of the listeners that did come. There was like 18 of us, and everyone was so nice. There wasn't everyone was into it. I went with Jess, of course, who is here usually
It brings everyone together. It's like the Olympics
in the mornings, and I cannot complain. The concert was, you could not fault anything about it. Taylor was amazing, but I also have to admit that is not the experience for everyone. People were disappointed that they couldn't go, but then even people who were lucky enough to be there on the night, perhaps their experiences were ruined, and that's what we're talking about this morning. If someone mucked it up for you, 13 24 10. Ollie told me this awful story, Ollie on our team, who he had to head out to the stadium, I think, on Saturday morning to set up the big Nova 969, what do you call that?
It's
The
an
activation.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, we went out there and it was so awful because there was this one family from Adelaide. Taylor didn't go to Adelaide, so they'd made the effort to fly over. They'd bought the tickets. They'd had the expense of travelling.
Yeah.
And then they got to the stadium gates and they were presenting their tickets, and they weren't real tickets.
You're kidding me. They bought fake tickets online.
So they're so close. They probably could have, as they were approaching the stadium, they could hear the roar for Sabrina performing. They would have been dressed up. They would have told all their friends they were going.
Yeah.
They probably would have even posted
They would have felt like idiots.
stories of them going, we're on our way to Taylor, and then nothing.
But did they get a photo of the Nova
Imagine.
activation? Did they get a free key ring and stuff? Yeah. Oh, good, Ollie. Thanks for that, man. They got ice and hot can of Coke.
The other thing I did see too, and this is on the other end of the spectrum, this poor girl. Jess and I were walking to the gate that we had to go to, and at first I thought this girl was stumbling because she had the most ridiculous shoes on. So this tight kind of long column style dress, and then she had knee-high elastic boot, like lycra kind of boots.
My favourite, yeah.
Came
Yeah, I
up
love
to
those boots, yeah.
over the knee, but was so platformed, like I'm saying, almost
gosh,
30,
dangerous.
almost
Yeah.
30 centimetres, and she was eating a hot dog. They both had hot dogs.
Idiot.
And she had that kind of drop foot thing.
Oh,
going.
no.
And she was
yeah.
doing a bit of this, and I said to Jess, she needs to sit down and inhale that hot dog because I don't think anyone's going to let her in. And as we were approaching the stadium, they were about 2 feet in front of us.
Yeah.
A guy from the stadium came up, and her friend was being so amazing, trying to keep her upright.
Yeah.
And I heard this guy say to her, I'm so sorry, love, but we cannot let you in the stadium like that.
No.
Fuller's Estate School.
She just peaked too early, got way too excited. There was things in her system, I think, that meant that it was not safe for her or for anyone else.
Well, imagine her trying to walk down the stairs to her seat.
Well, she couldn't have. Even Jess and I were coming up with
my
a plan.
God.
Jess was saying
See,
to me,
that's-
you know what her friend needs to do? Take those
Take
silly
shoes off.
shoes off her to start with.
Oh,
Well,
my
you know
God.
what? The security guard should say, go for half an hour, go shake it off.
That's
Get
good.
some water into
Good
you
one.
and
Yeah.
come back.
It's really strong,
She
mate.
would have had plenty of time. Well, we know the guy that vomited as well. I remember in the two, he did the 2 aisles,
Yeah.
the two whole rows. Had to wait 2 hours for that to get cleaned up. What about this young lady? I think there was a few people around her. She decided to ring her ex-boyfriend while We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together was on and screamed down the phone while he was on the phone. Have a listen. Do you know the worst thing about it? The bloke stayed on the phone. Like, he didn't hang up at all.
Well, he
Like,
listened to the whole thing.
He listened to the whole
Oh,
song
my
with a
God.
smile on his face.
Sarah's in Castle Hill. What ruined your Taylor Swift experience, Sarah?
Oh, yeah. So me and my 4 friends had waited like 4 or 5 years since Taylor's last concert. We were so psyched to be there Saturday night. And what happened midway through the concert, some people behind us spilt heaps of drinks all over us. And turns out the guy in front of us complained, and all of us got kicked out of the concert. It was super unfair. We were so upset. We were crying, and yeah, it was just awful. So we've missed out on half of Taylor, and now we got to wait for her to come back.
Which song or which era were you up to when you were escorted out?
You're up to 22.
Oh no, in the red.
I don't know about you.
Sarah,
I don't know about you, but I was feeling very blue.
Sarah, were you rinsed? Be honest with us. Were you rinsed like you'd had a few, like you were swaying?
No, so 2 of us had like 2 champagnes there, but we had this group of rowdy people behind us who kept spilling drinks on us. And the guy in front of us pointed at our row, and we were like so devo. The security just like threw us out. We needed like police escorts and everything, and we were just like, what's going on here?
That's so awful. Did the people who were actually spilling the drinks, were they also kicked out?
No. We were telling the security we're all wet from people spilling drinks on us, and they were like, "No, that's it, you're out."
Oh, my gosh. That is not
stuffed.
fair. That is not fair. Especially only at 22, you know what I mean?
No.
So much more of the eras to go.
Yeah, that was the red section with
red
the
section.
hat and everything.
Yeah, but then we were burning the
Red
house
section.
down.
Yeah, that was just before folklore.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks for your call, 1989. Taylor's
You
Jet
guys.
update. Tommy, Taylor's Jet due to take off at midday today. You'll see the PJ hitting the skies.
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, my God.
It
Cool, I'm
returned
tracking.
from Seoul, I think, on Sunday night to pick her up and take her to Singapore.
Oh, so she's not doing the little trip to the Whit Sundays, or she's not having a little look around, or going to the zoo. Surely she can
yeah, you
head
can-
out to the zoo with Sabrina again.
Do you know what I'm a bit offended by? Travis Kelce, what was wrong with the strip clubs here? Do you know what I mean? You went
On the
straight
way.
back to Vegas to go to the clubs, and I just...
I don't know if it was a strip club. I think it was just
It's a strip
club.
She should pop into Cooter on the way over to Singapore or something, have a couple of days around Cooter.
That would be all right, wouldn't it? Should love that couple of hennas.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on.
All right.
It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing.
Now.
The Koala mattress has won productreview.com.au's best mattress 2 years in a row. Sleep with a winner at koala.com.
This is big. $200 cash up for grabs, all thanks to Koala. And it's $250 to spend at Koala.
Yeah, regardless.
No matter whether you win or
wait a-
lose.
You get both. You get the cash and the voucher to Koala. What am I talking about here? Yeah. Abby and Davidson, you're up this morning, Abs, up against Kate. You're going to be heading to the airport to try to catch a glimpse of Tay-Tay as she leaves.
I know, I need to head there now. I missed out on the weekend.
Oh, no. Ab, apparently the jet leaves midday today heading to Singapore.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, got to get there.
Abby,
Gotta get there.
she didn't get tickets to Taylor Swift, but she can get us some great prizes here. You're up against Kate. You're our guest. You're going first. If you have the power at the end of 60 seconds, all those prizes are yours. Do they jackpot, Tommy, if Kate wins?
Well, not the prize, I don't.
Everyone the prize,
everyone
but-
playing gets
well,
250, and then
yeah.
the money will jackpot if Kate wins.
I've got to keep getting some wins because I want this to get bigger. I want there to be more jeopardy.
Huge pot.
Well said. Let's go. Abby, your 60 seconds starts now. Hotline Bling, One Dance and God's Plan are all songs from which artist, Abby?
Drake?
Yes. How many times has King Charles been married?
Twice.
Yes. What brand of chocolate is a box of favourites?
Cadbury.
Yes. What home appliance features the iconic Pixar movie opening?
A lamp.
Yes. The F1 Grand Prix takes place in what Aussie city next month?
Bathurst?
What was that?
Bathurst.
Oh, no, it's Melbourne. Kate, over to you. In Home and Away, where does Irene work?
At the diner.
Yes. What About Me is the 2004 song from which Aussie singer?
What about me, Shannon Knoll?
Yes. What noise does a duck make?
Quack.
What nationality is Justin Bieber?
Canadian.
Who played the lead role in 2013's Wolf of Wall Street?
Leonardo
Who
DiCaprio.
sings the current hit Lose Control?
Lose control.
Doesn't matter, Kate Ritchie. Goes bang. Abby, you got the $250. The voucher for Koala Mattress. But the jackpot happens. We move on to $300.
Oh, phew.
Kate Ritchie, look at that pot.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I just got a text from my mom.
Yes, because I'm a textpert, an expert at texting.
Write my reply.
So true. Sometimes that message comes through at the start of a relationship and you don't know what to do. Quite often you might be sitting down having coffee with the girls and you go, oh my God, what does this mean? How do I write back to that? What should I say? Does that sound too full on? Do you think he's keen?
It's too difficult. It really is. I mean, and then you look into it too much. Then you work out how long it took for them to reply as well.
True.
It's like, oh
or
my
do
gosh.
I wait 2 days to kind of build the suspense? Have I over-emojied? That can happen.
What about that thing on your phone? My phone's just started doing it randomly where it tells the other person that you have read their message. So you can't pretend you haven't got it.
Is that what delivered means?
I know.
No, delivered
read.
means it's just arrived, and then you can actually get another little thing that says read. But my phone's been doing it willy-nilly, so I'm going to need to go to the Genius
read.
Bar somewhere in this building afterwards to fix it.
Right, so that message I sent to my wife,
She's probably read it, but she doesn't have the thing that's on there that
but it
tells
just says
you.
delivered.
Yeah, meaning it's arrived at
it's-
her phone.
Oh my God.
If they've read it and haven't replied for a while, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and when
isn't
you
it?
have to do
Maybe
that
they're
follow-up
busy.
message, like, hey, me again.
Oh, you just do a question mark.
Hey, you out and about?
what about when you see the dots come up and you
Oh,
think,
yeah,
they're
they're
writing
writing.
something here, and then it just completely stops?
I know. Is it cheeky to tell you that sometimes with some people I have started writing it so I know the dots have come up on their phone and they'd be looking at it and then I delete it and I put my phone down.
That's a great
That's what
prank.
you do to
Great.
me. That's what you do to me. You do that all the time.
I'm going to get you now. Oh, you think I'm going to reply? No, I'm not.
Oh, the 3 dots girl strikes again.
And I have no intention. I haven't even started writing a message. I've just written like A7, 9, 10 asterisks and then delete.
Oh my God.
I can't
Okay,
believe I told you that.
this is from Lucy in Neutral Babe. So she's received a text message from her boyfriend. The thing was, the message was meant to go to a boys' group chat, but he accidentally sent it to her because it's a new girlfriend, right?
Dangerous.
So the text was a photo of Lucy and her friends. And with her standing next to her best friend, he'd circled another girl and in the message wrote, "This is my new girlfriend." Lucy wants to know how she should reply.
Oh.
Anyway, she hasn't replied and wants to know what to do.
What? Oh, that's awful. Why has he circled someone that's not Lucy?
Perfect opportunity for a bit of humour there and say, you just write something basic back like I think she's awesome. That's all you write back.
But it's
you
the
know
other
what?
girl, Fitz. He
What-
circled the other girl, not his girlfriend.
And who is the other girl? Just a friend?
Another friend. Now, I think the important part here is to work out what the other girl looks like.
Oh, this is interesting.
Because if the other girl is more attractive than the girl herself, well, then we have a bit of an issue.
What if she's not?
What if she's not?
Well, then
So
I think...
it's it okay if she's not as attractive?
Well, it means two different things. Because if she's more attractive, then you're suggesting to the group of guys that how hot's my girlfriend, which is really meaning that his girlfriend is not as hot as the other one.
I can't believe we're even having this conversation.
Well, it's important because we need to decipher this.
I know, but it's making me feel really
Oh,
uncomfortable.
me too, Kate, but it's reality.
You love this
And
stuff.
this
Don't
is how
say
it
this.
works.
Don't say you're uncomfortable. You have these chats in the songs. It's just you're lucky enough to get it on air today.
Oh, that's not true.
No, it's
I would
true.
never judge someone on appearance.
That's all you ever do.
I do not.
Nothing to do with physical
Yes, it
appearance
is.
at all.
No, it's Michael. She's quite attractive. Whipley.
Michael oil painting,
That is, mate.
tone deaf Whipflin.
It has everything to do with what the other girl looks like.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Well, I think it actually does, Fitzy. I don't want to buy into this, but there's some kind of there's a joke going on at
Yep.
somebody's expense,
Yep.
one way or another. Either it's to Lucy, the girlfriend, or it's to the friend, to the person who is
That's right.
circled.
There's a joke on somebody, and if the guys were to write back, "Oh my God, how hot is she?" and then she would go, "Nah, just joking. It's the one on the left."
I think we need to. I think what needs to happen here is either way, whatever he has intended, we don't really need to know the details. We already know that he's a bit of a
Tool. Yeah.
We need an explanation. So I would suggest writing back something like, "What have I missed here?" Or explain.
I would just write interesting.
Yeah, good work,
would
Kate.
you?
Yes, because
What I do before that, though, is start typing and then delete it.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Just leave
it's-
the dots.
funny joke.
Or
Love
would
it.
you write a classic Kate Ritchie, discuss?
No, I wouldn't. I'd just say interesting, or I'd go interesting.
Oh yeah, that would
to make them
because-
panic.
because-
That would put the fear of God into him.
Well, less is more, and he would go away going, "Oh my God, I've sent it to the wrong person. She's now seen it. It's all over."
Do you want a
let him
guy,
sweat?
who messages his friends discussing what people look like? I don't think
Well,
so.
Jace can help us out here. He's called from Engadine. Welcome, buddy. Jace, what do you think?
Well, the guy really thinks she should find a photo of the hottest guy she knows and just post that back of her new boyfriend.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
okay.
if we're sharing new partners,
Yep.
here's mine.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad thought. I mean,
not bad.
MDG's
That's
just
great,
messaged. He
Jason.
said, appearance matters. End.
Zali, oh my gosh, Zali and Cogra, what do you think?
I would be having a serious chat with him. Like, what is he intending? Like, is he trying to be a one-up on his friends? Is he
Yeah.
trying to make himself look better? Or, like, is he joking around? Like, I'd be going straight to him going, what are you doing? Like,
I wouldn't even give him the time of day. If this is a new relationship,
Bad start.
delete.
I think you make a really good point, Kate, in that the joke is on someone here.
it is
And
either way.
that's not the way to do things. And the fact that he's made a gag and tried to keep it separate from her in a bloke's chat is a bad start to this.
Oh, hey, fellas.
Oi. Anthony and Campsey, what do you think?
Hi, I just want to maybe give another perspective. What if the guys in the group chat messaged him and said, "Are any of her friends single?" And he's responded with a circle around the girl that's single.
It's not bad.
Oh, my goodness, you are a thinker,
Anthony with a curveball.
He's taking the decipher to a next level, and I like that, Anthony.
What a great comeback for him if he needs one. Side note.
I still like Kate's reply of interesting because then he goes, then he will have to then immediately come out with his explanation. No, it's not what you think. This is what happened, like Anthony said.
Yeah.
They said, Ashley in the Pond's opinion, discuss.
Hi guys. Well, if that was me and I received a message and I was to the left of the person that was circled, I would just give the thumbs up and say, not bad, but I prefer the one on the left.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Ash.
so you want to take it
Sassy,
lighthearted.
yeah.
That's if you're quite interested, I suppose, Ash, and you want to move forward with a relationship, but a positive thought, Ash.
Well, look, I just think, I mean, there's got to be something more to it. Why circle the person wherever she's positioned and say, that's my new girlfriend?
Yeah.
There's something more to it. Or maybe he's trying to have a joke with his girlfriend, perhaps. Maybe it wasn't intended for a boy's message.
I like Anthony. Could be. I like what Anthony said. You just don't know what the setup was. It could have been, well, who else would you invite into the boudoir if you could?
Oh, okay.
And he circled
I
the
wasn't going to say that. I was going to say a bit of double dating. I like you so much. I want to make sure my friends can be friends with your friends.
Invite your friend in.
No,
You're
mate.
You are so tone deaf.
That's tone deaf.
He was labelled tone deaf in the Maily Dale yesterday.
Oh, my God.
This is going to be a beauty.
I've been picked on.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kelly's given us a call from Illawarra. What did you want to talk about, Kel?
I actually was handpicked out of the crowd at the Saturday night Taylor Swift show by Taylor's dad, Scott Swift. This is the VIP tent.
No way.
Now, did I read this correctly, Kelly? That you weren't even in the stadium, or were you in the stadium?
Correct. So I actually was doing something called tailor-gating. So I had my camp chair and my esky outside at about 4:30, I picked my spot and I got a call from a friend who had managed to get 2 tickets on the very last Ticketek sale release. Yeah. So I madly dashed to the car and put my esky and my chair back in there, and I was in the stadium at 5 o'clock with back row seats on the floor. I couldn't see a thing. Yep. And about 3 songs into the show, Scott's security approached me, and the next thing I knew, I was living my best life in the tent.
Oh, my gosh.
The most amazing views.
So you met Tay-Tay's dad?
I sure did. I got a photo with him. I got a hug. I got to trade a friendship bracelet, and he gave me a guitar pick.
This is crazy. So, Kelly,
awesome.
Kelly, can you just describe the VIP for us? Like, where were you? How far away were you from Taylor?
So we were about 70 rows back.
Right.
Bang on dead centre.
Yeah.
In a tent that sat just in front of the bar, conveniently. But I had just unparalleled views, and I was a little bit higher than everybody else, so I had no phones in front of me, no really tall people with large heads in front of me and awkward cowboy hats on. I just had, unmatched views.
Kelly,
and it was
what was
incredible.
the conversation? Like, what do you say when you meet Taylor Swift's dad? Do you go, hey, your daughter's doing some good stuff?
Honestly, my soul left my body and I was in shock. I think I cried for about 20 minutes of the show.
How good is that?
And then did you then you share the experience with other people who were asked to go into the VIP? Is that what it's all about, Kel?
Yeah, my best friend actually was with me, so we got to go in together. And she hadn't seen the show at all. I actually had seen it Friday night.
Yep.
But then there was another family that got invited. They were all plucked out of the crowd. So another family, 2 little girls who had thought they were in trouble when security grabbed them and then got to enjoy the night there. The girl who got 22 hat and her family were in there. So it was about, 10 or 12 of us in there, just completely random.
Hey, what a great idea as part of the promo, because stories like this are told, Kelly, to have your old man, to have your dad, and say to him, hey, go and find some other people and bring them into the good spots. What a great idea as promo.
Right, and now I won't shut up about this tour. I have not stopped speaking, and I'm a school teacher, so every single class yesterday got the reenactment in the story, and I think I've converted all of my kids to be Swifties now.
Oh, I love it. Kelly, you know what? In front of me, there would have been about 3 rows of an area, each row possibly, say, 7 metres in length. So I don't know what we're talking there, but there would have been at least 50 seats that were empty. And I don't know why. And I just assumed they hadn't turned up when I first arrived. And then people kind of drifted in halfway through the show realising that these seats were just empty. But I don't know how there were so many seats that were empty in front of us. No idea.
It was pretty crazy, but I mean, they released tickets all weekend. I guess they just found wherever they could shove someone, and if there was a tent in the way, who cared? But they released last-minute tickets, and then...
Yeah, see, I went and got Taylor Swift's dad. I went to grab him and say, hey, do you want to come and sit in these seats?
I went and watched him perform, which was a bit
Taylor's
weird.
Dad?
There wasn't many people there, unfortunately, and he was it was like an Oasis sort of cover band thing. It was really bad.
Gary Swift.
Darren in Kellyville, what do you want to talk about, Dags?
Yeah, hi guys. Just sort of glad that Taylor's over now, but we'll be going back home. But
what's your interest, mate?
Went up to the Bathurst V8s on the weekend, which I reckon everyone should start getting behind and getting back their bums on trackside and watching the cars and supporting them. And yeah,
who do you support, Darren?
Up there with my son, Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Right. Okay. Tommy, is there any chance we could get a suite at the V8s and we do Kate's sweet seats? You get to go watch the V8s with Kate Ritchie.
That's not bad.
She would love that.
That would be a great idea.
All right.
That would be
I'll have a chat
maybe
to
out the front of Grant Denye's. Yeah, out the front of Grant Denye's house or something like that. You get to watch the cars go past with Kate Ritchie on a deck chair and an esky.
Well, to quote this man in the studio here, Leno, he says there is nothing better. Am I right, Leno? Nothing better than watching the V8, sitting down watching the V8s in your living room with a carton.
Yeah, that's about a monthly occurrence. I think there's a race every month.
That is the highlight of Leno's year.
I walked back from the merchandise in the morning and walking back up past the back of all the pits, and then Rock Feeney walks out. So got my son's shirt signed and his hat and everything.
Good on you, Dad.
The main man.
Top weekend.
Mate, you know what? And that's why the V8s are so good, because those drivers, they do a lot of media. They go and see their fans and get everything signed. Lena, in Miranda, last call. Lena, what do you want to talk about?
Wippa, I wanted to know if you saw the article this morning about mentioning you and Francesca falling asleep if it was the tour proved too much for kids, and if the ticket should have gone to die-hard fans instead of kids falling asleep.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up, Lena.
So true, Lena.
Disgusting.
Outrage. There are so many big issues in this world, and I can't believe that this wasn't up a little bit earlier.
I've got it here in front of me. I'll find the headline for you, because it is disgusting. There was
just terrible.
So many people that missed out on those tickets.
The thing is, she won't sleep at home, Lena, so I actually bought the ticket just so she'd sleep at the concert. So I was never going to get her to see it. No, I did see this. People claiming that it's selfish to take kids. Someone said they've got to be over 10 or they shouldn't be allowed in. You obviously don't take a kid along thinking they're going to fall asleep, Lena. She loved the first half of the show, couldn't believe Taylor Swift was real. Taylor Swift is her hero, and she stands there at home with the guitar saying, I'm going to be Taylor Swift. So you make anyone's dreams come true, and it just happened to be my kid with the tickets that I paid for.
Couldn't you have juiced her up more with sugar?
No, I didn't want to do that.
What are you talking about?
Why would I do that?
What when they're tired, give them more sugar. They stay up later. I don't
need her to stay up later. She can fall asleep when she wants to fall asleep.
What are you talking about? When we were younger, my parents used to juice me up when we went to concerts and stuff.
Then have a look at you. I wasn't fussed when she fell asleep. You enjoy what you want to enjoy, darling, and then you can fall asleep.
Oh my! Is that why you fall asleep in the office every day?
That's completely different. That is, Tom tries to juice me up here at Nova.
Yeah, it doesn't work, guys.
And they tried to shut that down a while ago.
Sent him a bit bonkers, to be honest.
Who are we giving the family pass to Taronga Zoo? Well, Kelly got the free tickets to VIP. We can't give it to her.
Dags love the V8.
Well, do you know what? We've been talking about Taylor Swift so much that Darren, he deserves a prize for changing the subjects to V8s. Darren, you're going to Taronga Zoo.
That's awesome, guys. My family will love it.
Good on you, buddy.
Will love it.
Good on you, mate. No worries. Get 365 days of fun with a Taronga Zoo Friends membership. Get yours online at taronga.org.au.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I find it really hard just to look at you at the moment.
Oh, come on, mate.
Being completely tone deaf over the weekend.
I'm a good singer.
And taking your daughter to the Taylor Swift concert and then taking a photo of you with her sleeping on your arm. Yeah,
shame.
Do you know how many people missed out on tickets?
Shame.
Marley Dale picked this up. You weren't the only one. Fifi Box as well. Carrie Bickmore did it as well.
Disgraceful.
What are we talking about children, though? Because I went with my daughter.
She fall asleep?
No, she didn't. She's almost 10. I think she's right in that Taylor Swift, childhood memory wheelhouse.
Yeah. Do you know what, Fitz? Some of the comments I saw online were, they're in the same category as the people that went to the show more than once.
No.
So now you're talking to Kate Ritchie as well. Hey, if your kid's asleep, you could have given that seat to somebody outside.
What about this?
These bloody so-called Z-grade celebrities, they get the tickets for free anyway.
I really think
they
there should be an age limit on shows when they are sold out. So many people would have paid double to go or would have liked to have attended, but so many families leave halfway through with tired and emotional children. Literally, why are kids under 10 taken to concerts? I really think that there should be an age limit on shows. But see, this is all ages shows are the best shows ever. That's how you learn music. That's how you get to go. You know, it's even with the punk scene. Kids like to go and see these bands when they're younger. They're the best gigs of all time.
I mean, to fill in a couple of blanks here, Fitz, having seen some of the comments, yes, we did pay for the tickets.
Why do you read the comments?
Because they always go, "Oh, Wippa, you've lost weight. Congratulations, mate."
Because I send him through the comments that I write on the Mailey Dale. It's I love logging into my account on the Mailey Dale and just commenting on every news
Another busy weekend.
Do you do that?
Do you know the other thing is?
No, as if I do.
Do you know the other thing is too? Here's my daughter. She's 3.5. Right?
Too young.
She loves Taylor Swift. She stands at home with a guitar in her hand saying, I want to be like Taylor Swift. So when we said, hey, we've got tickets to Taylor Swift, she lost her mind.
Yeah.
It was her dream come true. She got up there, and when Taylor came out, she couldn't believe that Taylor Swift was a real person. Mm. She then sang along, sang a little heart out to every song she knew until the wheels fell off and she fell asleep.
And she just, she still loves it. She just doesn't have the stamina.
That was Saturday, right? She's still talking about Taylor Swift this morning and how great the night was. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy.
You haven't been at home
Thank
this
you,
morning.
Daddy.
You don't know if she is.
I checked in.
I took Huey to AC/DC in 2010 when he was 6 months old and a baby Bjorn, and he fell asleep and was woken to when Thunderstruck came on and everyone was screaming out thunder.
That'll happen.
Also, another photo. Leno, I just sent you an email. You could probably pop it up on the screen and show the guys. AFL Grand Final 2017 went with my best mate punters and his son Flynn. Flynn fell asleep. Unbelievable effort. Flynn fell asleep when the Killers were playing. 100,000 people in the stadium, Kate, and decided to have a kip on his dad's shoulder. See that one there?
Oh my God, look at that.
See that? 13, 24, 10. I want to hear from people. What concert did you fall asleep at?
Well, Tommy, I know you got dressed up to go to Madison Square Garden and you saw Pink perform, and you were wearing like Dane Edna Everidge sunglasses and a fur coat in New York City.
Did you?
And you fell asleep.
I was so tired.
Well, tired is one word.
I don't know what had happened.
You know what? Sometimes you are tired and the excitement can build you up and bring you down. You come crashing down. And 13, 24, 10. What concert did you sleep at? Christian and Cameron went to Blink 182 over the weekend. What did you see, Christian?
No, I was going to say I went to the best concert on Saturday night, and it wasn't Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't go there. Blink actually pointed out that there was a family up the front in the mosh pit with a 4-year-old on the dad's shoulders and a 7-year-old with them. And they just said, this is awesome. This is how you start.
Oh, my God.
That is how you do it.
Christian, good point.
Look, people that whinge about, your kid's falling asleep, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. She could have put on 15 shows. They all would have sold out and still would have whinged and bitched.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone likes for taking your daughter for something that she's going to remember.
No one's happy for anyone else in this country. And
well, some people
No,
are.
they're not,
Don't
Kate.
tar everyone with the same brush.
Jenny in Sylvania, you fell asleep at a concert. What was it, Jen?
So I didn't fall asleep, but I went to Michael Jackson's History concert when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I have to say, I remember it to this day. And so from a kid going to their favourite artist, like you remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you got Michael Jackson drawing with a texture in the system there, Leno? I mean, it's one of the...
I used to go and see Young Talent Time at the entertainment centre.
You would have fallen asleep there.
No, I didn't. I just thought it was so amazing. Just like, oh my God, they're really there. That's Joey D.
Those, yeah.
Joey
Kelly.
D.
Oh, you've got it, Leno.
You got Michael Jackson drawing. That's him drawing a monkey. Bubbles. God, it's just a draw.
Oh, that is amazing.
I love it how he does it.
Kelly in Bringelly, tell us about the concert. Who fell asleep?
So my daughter fell asleep. We were at the 2018 Taylor Swift Reputation tour, there was a rain delay, and she fell asleep before it even started. And then we're at the Pink concert that year as well, and she fell asleep on the dance floor, and we made a little bed with our jackets and our bags. And then at the Taylor Swift concert in Melbourne, we flew to Melbourne, we got tickets for Melbourne, and she fell asleep during the midnight.
Oh my God,
notorious
Now,
kipper.
she nearly made it to the end. How old is she now?
Nearly. She's 10 now, 11 in a couple of weeks,
Right.
but doesn't have that longevity to her.
Because Tommy, you went to the Pink concert the other day with Mimi, and Mimi's young, and
she loved it.
and you fell asleep.
No, I didn't. Well, no.
Did Mimi make you a bed on the dance floor?
Can we just go one more, Tommy? Kylie and Oatley. What concert, Kylie?
The Prince concert at the Opera House.
What? I was at that gig. That was unbelievable.
It was. We had 3 seats from the front on the side. And I thought his first couple of songs weren't that good, so I leant on my husband's shoulder and went to sleep.
And that was it. You missed the whole thing, Kylie. Thanks for your call.
Prince on the piano. Give me a break.
I know.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.